Well, here's some video footage, a little clip from a short-lived television show called The Pulse.
For 50 years, most Americans said the pledge, respected the pledge, and understood it was driven by patriotism. Then along came a man who saw the Pledge of Allegiance as un-American and found a court that agreed with him. But we don't. And what follows is O'Reilly versus Dr. Michael Newdow. Under God. Since 9/11, many American children say the Pledge of Allegiance with a little more pride and a little more meaning than they did before. With liberty and justice for all. But if emergency room doctor Mike Newdow has his way, the words "under God" will be surgically removed from the pledge. Last month, a federal appeals court agreed with Newdow's contention that the phrase "under God" violates the Constitution's guarantee separating church and state.
Makes me real angry. This country was founded on God.
I feel very sad about that because, you know, it's my country. I have to say that. I thought it was appalling. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
But Newdow isn't stopping. He wants to ban "In God We Trust" on American money and prevent the president from saying a prayer during the inauguration. This self-styled patriot seems to be wearing his moniker of the most hated man in America like a badge of honor. Why do you think that people, I'm going to use the word hate, why do you think they hate you?
I don't know if they hate me. I think mostly they don't understand what the case is about. You know, they see me as not being patriotic, and they don't understand that I'm the ultimate patriot. I'm upholding the Constitution.
That's your opinion. I mean, there are people like me who feel that you're not upholding the Constitution. You're basically intruding on my rights and the rights of other Americans. But even if that's true,
that's way off.
The Declaration of Independence clearly states these words, all right? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator, all right, with certain unalienable rights. Those rights were then listed in the Constitution. Now, if you can't connect the dots, doctor, that's your problem. But surely the Constitution of the United States, which I'm holding, indicates that the Founding Fathers did believe in a Creator. Therefore, we are a theistic nation.
You're connecting dots between a thing that existed and a thing that didn't exist at the time.
I'm connecting dots that are absolutely legitimate. All right, Marsh v. Chambers, I'm sure you're aware of it, okay? This is the Chief Justice's opinion in 1984, where he ruled that the state of Nebraska could open their legislative sessions with prayer. The use of prayer is embedded in the national history and tradition. So you say there's not a theism based upon our country. We're not a theistic nation. Yet the Chief Justice disagrees with you, right?
No, he didn't say our nation is founded on it. He said that individuals have used prayer throughout our history.
Okay, it's embedded in history. The use.
It's been overturned anyhow.
In fact, the doctor is engaging in his own little spin. Although some justices have criticized Marsh versus Chambers, that ruling has never been overturned.
When they take governmental teachers and stand them up every day and say, okay, class, we're going to say that we are one nation under God, that is the government interfering with the atheist's rights.
The fact of the matter is that there is no religion in the Pledge of Allegiance. There's only the mention of God. You can have a belief in God and not practice a religion, and you know it.
And can you not have a belief in God in this country? Are you allowed to be an atheist?
Sure. Being an atheist, you cannot make the distinction between a religion, which is an organized body, and a concept that there's a creator. You can't make the distinction, and that's where you're wrong, and that's where you're intruding on my rights.
And the Christian who says you don't make the distinction between Jesus and, you know, the Jesus that's in the
That has nothing to do with the government. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. If you don't like Christians, that's your point of view.
I have nothing against Christians or theists.
You're dragging in a certain religion, and I'm telling you that a religion is not the same.
Choose Islam. Choose anyone you want, all right? We can't.
It's not the same.
Could the teachers every morning say, let's face Mecca, get on our knees, and go, one nation under Allah?
You're going off on tangents.
That's not a tangent, it's a perfect analogy. Making my child come to class and say, you are one nation under God, that's not intruding on religion.
That's not religion.
But
that's not
far worse.
Religion. Why can't you get that? That's not
It's not your view of you. Why can't you understand that? To me, that's as offensive as to the Jew, one nation under Jesus.
I don't care what's offensive to you. I don't want you intruding on my right to be an American.
Go say under God all you want. I couldn't care less about you. I care about you taking my tax dollars, taking my teachers, governmental agents, and standing there and telling them we are one nation under God.
You hate religion. You hate
it. I'm religious.
In what way?
In the way I live my life. I mean, atheists happen to believe in brotherly love. I mean, people seem to have this.
But that's not a religion, is it? Is atheism a religion?
I consider it a religion.
Is atheism a religion?
I consider it a religion.
No. Atheism a religion?
I consider it a religion.
No, you're crazy. Atheism is, look it up in a dictionary, doctor, it's
if you
not
define religion
believing
as
in God.
If you require a
You don't even know what an atheist is. You don't even know what the word means.
Oh, okay. Well, in any event,
Look it up in the dictionary.
I have many times.
It doesn't say anything about religion in atheism.
Time for another time out. We checked not only Webster's, but several dictionaries, and nowhere did the word religion appear under the definition of atheism.
What you're doing is a tortured, basically.
no, what you're doing is trying to get
explanation.
me to have this obligation to believe in God.
No,
I don't want to do
I'm
it.
trying to get you to think clearly. You don't even know what this country's about.
This country is about religious freedom. That's why they have a First
And you
Amendment.
have it.
I don't
You have it.
I don't have it when
But you
government
know what?
tells me that I... So why is it not okay for government to say one nation under Jesus? Why is that not okay?
It's not okay because it's establishing a Christian tie to the
And
government.
this is establishing a theistic, whatever you just
It
said.
is based on theism. That's what our
But it's
government is based
yeah,
on.
everyone complains.
Judeo-Christian law.
That's your interpretation.
No, that's what it is.
Where is that in the Constitution?
All right, final question.
Okay.
When this is overturned, all right, what will you say then? That you're wrong?
No, the Supreme Court will be wrong, but they're
Okay.
not
The
going to
Supreme
overturn
Court will be wrong, but you'll still be right, right?
They're not going to say that.
Most legal experts think the way we do, that the Supreme Court will reverse the decision. God willing, of course. Bill's back later.
Well, I think an interesting tactic would have been to grant Michael Newdow that yes, indeed, atheism is a religion, and then ask him, why are you trying to push your religion into our public schools by censoring God?